Welcome to episode 7. Today, we're going to talk about creating your most effective team of health professionals. Let's take a deep breath to relax. Ready? All right, let's go.
You're listening to Your Body Advocate, telling your body's side of the story. The podcast dedicated to supporting and improving your body-mind connection so you can live a pain-free, passion-filled life, dissolving one body tension at a time. Discover the healing properties of your own body language, and together let's explore ways to support and improve essential self-talk. Now, here's your host, Master of Encouragement and Body-Mind Life Coach, Ruth Cummings.
Hi, welcome to episode 7. I have a guest today, my dog, Fred. He is sitting next to me snoring. He's 13 and has a hard time not being next to me right now. So welcome, Fred. Today, we're talking about how to create your most effective team of health professionals, mainly in your main area, like where you live, in your city, in your town. And then maybe you could get some things online, some Zoom appointments, and other forms of non-person-to-person types of appointments. Today's podcast is mainly about what you can do beyond Western medicine. If you are using the Western medicine model, it's awesome. There are brilliant doctors, nurses, all types of professionals in the Western medicine model that heals people every day, every year, millions of people. And those really work really well. And what I want to talk to you about today is how to make that very effective, your Western medicine model and that team of people, but also how to create a healing team around you that you may never heard of some of these types of practitioners, and how to get a hold of them. Sometimes it's hard to find them online, especially if you are new to these types of treatments. So I'm just going to go through just a few, probably just about 4, and then explain them, the definition that's actually in the dictionary, and then give you some of my personal experiences. First of all, to make sure that your Western medicine model is working really well for you as a team, make sure you're doing 2 things at least. Asking questions and making sure that you write down your questions when you walk in to your appointment. And if you forget some questions, call back and ask the nurse, and just try to jot down and keep track of the questions you've asked and the answers you're getting. The second thing I would suggest is to really communicate how you are responding to the treatments and the suggestions that your health professionals are making. Sometimes we assume that they know, and I think it's really good to have that open communication. Hey, that worked really well. Oh my gosh, that didn't work at all. It made it worse. Those are very important for them to know, and they're very busy, so they can't assume what's happening in your life. So to tell them is very, very important. Learn to be your best advocate for your health. That's what I would really like you to hear today. Just learn to be your best advocate. And if you need some support doing that, you can ask somebody to go with you to your appointments, and there are services to have a health advocate sit with you, and you can just look those up in your area. My husband is one of the best advocates. He listens so well when we're at a doctor's appointment, and I miss so many things that they say, and he just gets it. And I think it's really helpful sometimes to have that second person with you to hear those little things that you just miss. Maybe you're thinking about what you just heard and you're missing what they're saying right now. Those types of listening skills that aren't there when you're nervous or when you're scared about what they might tell you. You know, those times it's really great to have another person there with you. Here are some definitions of some alternative healing treatments that you can try on your health journey. The 5 we're going over today are acupuncture, chiropractic care, homeopathy, Ayurveda, and biofeedback. I have to tell you that it took me a long time to pick just 5 because there's so many, but these are ones that I have personal experience with. I know practitioners in my city, and I can give you personal experiences, personal stories about these particular treatments. The first definition is acupuncture, a system of integrative medicine that involves pricking the skin or tissues with thin needles used to alleviate pain and to treat various physical, mental, and emotional conditions. Originating in ancient China, acupuncture is now widely practiced in the West. I've had a lot of good experiences with traditional Chinese medicine, which includes acupuncture. And I have a lot of stories I could tell. One of them, I saw a friend of mine who had Bell's palsy. She came to my door early in the morning and didn't know what to do. And I didn't know what to do either. So I took her to my acupuncturist, Dr. Zhao, here in Albuquerque, and I watched that go away. Plus, she slept for 8 hours in his office after he did needles on her face to get rid of the Bell's palsy. I've also seen him help a tumor in a hand go away in about 5 days. He also worked on my dad's cancer and really helped that, especially when he was going through radiation and getting his throat to lose its pain and its swelling. And another one would be watching several months as the pain of stenosis in a spine of a client of mine went away completely. That was definitely one of the funnest to watch. So acupuncture doesn't always have to be needles. So if you're afraid of needles, there's also other ways that can help you. And then many acupuncturists are called DOMs, Doctor of Oriental Medicine. They can help you with herbs, with cupping, with so many other techniques. They can use pulses. So there's 9 different pulses that they can feel in your wrist, and they look at your tongue, they look at your eyes, and they're able to diagnose your body in different ways than Western medicine really looks at. So they're able to diagnose, and it's very similar to Ayurveda within using pulses and looking at your tongue and your eyes and skin and different other ways of seeing how the body is reacting to the world. And then they treat you based on what they find in those diagnostic tools. Many insurance companies cover acupuncture, so you can see sometimes you can have 2 treatments a month, 24 a year, something like that. You should check with your insurance because many insurance companies now cover acupuncture. Number 2, chiropractic care, and here's the definition: a system of integrative medicine based on the diagnosis of manipulative treatment of misalignments of the joints, especially those of the spinal column, which are held to house other disorders by affecting the nerves, muscles, and organs. So that's the definition in the dictionary. If you haven't been to a chiropractor before, sometimes you can hear horror stories, and there definitely are horror stories of chiropractors hurting people. Now, my experience, I have had my neck sprained by a chiropractor years ago, but I've also had chiropractors that are just amazing, and I work with a chiropractor in town who I just adore. He has helped me so much, and he has never hurt me, and he has kept my neck. I have 3 herniated discs in my neck from playing soccer, and he has kept those healthy, along with my own treatment at home. I do traction and I do exercises to keep my upper body healthy and strong. And I also try to work on my posture, like right now, to keep my neck healthy. And so I really recommend chiropractic care, and especially my favorite chiropractor named Dr. Larry Merrick. If you have problems with your neck, with your back, hips, all types of things in your body, chiropractic care can help you. I have seen Dr. Merrick change wrists that were hurting forever and were numb to the touch and they couldn't move their wrists. I have seen him help people that could not stand up. I've had him help people that one of my clients had ripped some ligaments in his ankle and gone for months and months trying to rehab, and I saw him put the bones in his ankle and his lower leg back in place, and so he was fine after that. I have seen him do a lot of things for my husband, for both of my children, and for many people. I send many people to Larry. So if you have problems that you can't get rid of in your body that feel like something needs to move in your spine, try a chiropractor in your area. Sometimes having massage before you have a chiropractic adjustment makes the chiropractic adjustment easier. The thing about having massage after your chiropractic adjustment is it makes it hold longer. So that's the difference that I always tell people. If you've never been to a chiropractor before, then try to have a massage right before, or try to relax your body in a bath, or do something very relaxing, have some tea before you go to that appointment. Many chiropractic appointments are now covered by your health insurance. Also, when it's covered is after a car accident, your car insurance often covers chiropractic care then. I work with people after car accidents and I give them massage, and then they have a chiropractic care, and eventually it turns around so they have the chiropractic care first and then they come see me, and then eventually you don't need either. I think chiropractic care is good to add with either massage or stretching, a personal trainer, those types of physical types of treatments. Those work really well together with chiropractic care. The third on our list today is homeopathy. And the definition for homeopathy is the medical treatment using cures founded on resemblances, which is the theory and its practice that disease is cured by remedies which produce on a healthy person effects similar to the symptoms of the complaint under which the patient suffers, the remedies being usually administered in minute doses. I have used homeopathy my whole life. I was raised on homeopathy, and I use it with almost all my clients, and with the teams that I coach, I suggest that to most athletes. And so my experiences with homeopathy are some of them I have some profound stories. One is just a quick story is I had pretty bad ADHD when I was younger. You couldn't read my writing. I wouldn't sit still. I couldn't pay attention. I was constantly moving so much that it even bothered me. It was really noisy. I would constantly just tap, which is one of the reasons I became a drummer. But I went to a homeopath after trying so many other things. So I went to a homeopath here in Albuquerque named Dr. Carl Robinson, and he found a constitutional remedy for me, which overnight, literally overnight, helped me calm down. My teachers called my parents that they could read my writing, that I was sitting still, I was paying attention, and it truly changed my life from then on. I had some really bad sinus problems at the same time that was involved in this, and that also went away. Another really intense one for me is I was making Jell-O with boiling water. My mom was busy. She was in the room, but busy. And so I was trying to do this on my own, trying to be so independent. And it said to add the Jell-O to 2 cups of boiling water. So what I did is I boiled a bunch of water and then I poured it into a cup, and the cup fell over onto my stomach. And I was wearing a half shirt, and I could see my skin bubbling and boiling, and I was screaming. And we went to Carl Robinson screaming, and he tried a remedy and it didn't work. And he tried another remedy and it didn't work. And he tried a next remedy and it worked. All of a sudden, the redness went out of my burn. I stopped crying. It just went away. It was amazing. You could see it go down and down into like the size of a softball, then the size of a cookie, then the size of a quarter, and then the size of a dime, and then it went away. And I never had any scarring. It was just amazing how that worked. And so my experience with homeopathy has been very positive. I also use arnica, and I also use Ignatia very often in my family, and I suggest that for my clients if they want to use that on their own. The fourth on our list today is Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a form of alternative medicine that is the traditional medicine of India and seeks to treat and integrate body, mind, and spirit using a comprehensive holistic approach, especially by emphasizing diet, herbal remedies, exercise, meditation, breathing, and physical therapy. I hadn't heard of Ayurveda until I went to massage school, and then 2 of my best friends from massage school went to the school and went through that entire program. It's a 4-year program here in Albuquerque. It's one of the world-renowned ones, very well known. It's called the Ayurvedic Institute, run by Dr. Ladd. And so I was thrown into this world of Ayurveda, and it's amazing and miraculous and so simple to heal very, very deep issues for people. I've seen it deal with Lyme's disease, with depression, helping people get pregnant, getting rid of anxiety, helping bloating go away, helping headaches go away, helping a lot of things. Bad periods, I've seen those go away. I've seen nightly urination get down to almost 0. So those are just a few of the things I've seen in my clients and my family. And so Ayurveda is so simple. They look at your tongue, they read your pulses, they look at your eyes and skin and interview you about your lifestyle, like what are you eating, how are you sleeping, a lot of questions. Your first intake form is quite long, and they're very interested in many parts of your life, and very gentle type of treatment is how I would explain it. And I've seen it just do some really, really good things, and it goes really well with almost any other treatment, any other therapy. So if you haven't tried Ayurveda, I would highly recommend giving that a try too. So looking at these four, there's just four, and there's so many others to check out, but I just wanted to bring you the four that I know the best: acupuncture, chiropractic care, homeopathy, and Ayurveda. Now these four are types of treatments that you can add to your health routine to help you heal or find different ways to heal some things that maybe Western medicine hasn't been very effective with. So I'm going to put in the show notes the links to these different styles of treatments that you can find in your city. Sometimes they're hard to, especially Ayurveda is sometimes hard to remember how to spell. And I'm not sure if there's a national database. I know there is for a lot of things. I know there is for massage. I bet there is for chiropractic. I haven't looked that up yet. So if I can find that, I'll put that on there also. I just want to encourage you to create your best team for your healing process. So if Ayurveda is good for you, or chiropractic, any of these that I mentioned or some others, I'm just encouraging you to try them and see if you can find some different ways to help you heal. Thank you for listening today. I hope this helped just to get your eyes open to what might possibly be out there if you've never heard of these four types of treatments. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Thank you for listening to Your Body Advocate with Ruth Cummings. We're so glad you've joined us today and truly believe you can live a pain-free, passion-filled life. To connect with Ruth, work with Ruth, or to grab your free ebook, go to ruthcummings.com. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Until next time, friends, be open, include the unincluded, think outside the box, and spread love and kindness one smile at a time.